Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. I'm sorry I'm a little late, but hey. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending where you are. Just when you think, no, just when I think, Amber Heard, oh my goodness. Man, oh man, oh man. Just when you think she can't do anything, oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Careful, it's hot.
Okay. I got my cafe au lait. Well, it's my hazelnut coffee, but I call it cafe au lait to make it sound more. Ugh. Oh, but Amber Heard. Oh my goodness. I did a previous video on Amber Heard and Eve and who was manipulating whom. Oh my goodness. I didn't think it would fall apart so soon. I thought maybe Amber would give it maybe a couple of more weeks because the whole world is at, well, not the whole world, but Australia is checking her out. Now you have England, and Johnny wants his cash. Johnny wants his money. Man, okay, I had to sit down and take a look at this. But before I do, not only her issues with Eve have fallen apart, her PR firm. Oh man, when you do rotten things to people, rotten things happen back to you. It just simply does. It just simply does. I didn't even do a banner. I just was like, oh no, this is too much. I will have to put too much on it. But let me show you to you like this. This is something. Okay. Amber Heard's back at it again. I love those horses. Now, Amber Heard, her PR firm. Wait a minute. Her PR firm is supposed to make her look innocent. Okay, we can agree on that. They're supposed to make her look innocent, but oh no, not these people. Now there was a woman called Jay Krause, I guess Jessica Krause, who was putting out Amber's S escapades and parties that came out when the discovery happened, when all the information came out about both people. Johnny was like, I don't care, tell everybody. I already said that I did drugs and I felt I had succumbed to my drug addiction, but I beat it. He was open and honest with it. We got to give him that. But not Amber. Oh no, no, I don't do that. No, no, I don't. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. And next thing you know, her sister says, "Yeah, well, we were on a plane and we did drugs and yeah, my dad was on there, Amber, me, and some other people to go visit Johnny and say happy birthday." But she didn't admit to that. But this is too much. This is way too much. Her PR firm. I don't know. I think maybe they did more than. I'm sorry. Hey Lexi, how you doing? How you doing? Did more than just. Well, no. I believe this is simply my belief. You may feel differently, or you may think along the same lines as I do. But when you're defending somebody that is downright guilty, it's kind of hard to, how can I say, to to defend them properly because they're just so terrible. But let's look at this note. You're right. No one is perfect. Perfect. You're absolutely right. No one is perfect. Has her crutch. Johnny is honestly Oh, wait a minute. He's he's just honest. Scammer and still trying to paint her. Yeah, she is. And yeah, Johnny deserves to get his money. Yes, he does. And get his money. Um, I really want to see her to be. Yeah, I do. I do want to see her to be a better human being. But sometimes you have to fall flat on your face in order to do that. You have to hit rock bottom to where you have to look at yourself and say, "I'm a dirtbag and I need to change." Oh, most definitely. And it's hard to defend someone who's on. Yeah, yeah. It's very hard to defend someone who doesn't have any honor. You got that absolutely correct. And yep, and I agree completely as well. Most definitely. But this is the wild part. So her firm are sending these internal emails, right? And I'm going to put this up. And when you look at, oh, you can't make this stuff up. You see, let me get the one so I can make it bigger because I need new glasses. Now, like Jessica, I would like to apologize to you and your family for what I wrote in my previous email. Oh my goodness. What looked like a threatening email and to your family. That was the dumbest intention. That was intentional. That's scary. I am not going to engage in this anymore. You shouldn't have done it to begin with. Here is the deal. In June 2nd, after the verdict, in order to change the narrative, uh, Flair or Ala Fair from Shane Commons' contract, several herd stand accounts, excuse me, in order for the step, uh, up the effect and the effort to make Amber look innocent. The unsealed documents were seen as a massive opportunity to shift the scale, even going as far as misrepresenting the facts. Wow, they lied. Teen Barge from NBC News is a part of the. Ooh, whoa. I didn't go all the way down when I read this. NBC News is a part of the effort. She plans to target you this month in her hit piece. That right there is just wild. Wild. And I'm just like, I didn't read the thing all the way through. I just read the first paragraph, which I should have. So, so these people are doing it. So apparently, ethics, they're very unethical and unscrupulous people, going as far as threatening somebody in their family because your client is a complete, uh, how can I say, not so nice person. So she's going through that right there. She's going through that. Now, here's the mind bender. Just like I thought. Yep, she admitted. Yep, it was intentional. Yes, it was. And it was her intentions. And then I couldn't believe, as I'm reading it, uh, where is it at? When she said, okay, it was a dumb intention. That was a dumb intention. She meant to do that. People like, to me, people like that are dangerous, very dangerous because you do anything, anything. Yep. But going through all that, right? She has that spinning around. And now she has a new PR firm and now she has new lawyers, but I don't want to digress from what I'm talking about. Oh, oh. I did a previous video saying that Eve Barlow and Amber Heard going to Israel. Who's the manipulator, Eve Barlow or Amber Heard? And could Amber Heard keep her inabilities of beating people up? Could she uh, control that? Uh, okay, Jessica says, my question: if I had been found that Johnny had assaulted her in a way, I would be permitted to go as far as Amber. Well, that's it. Okay, yeah, very, very dangerous. Now, if Johnny really did assault her, then he should be brought up on charges, most definitely. But in her way of doing things, and he would be permitted to go as far as her, that wouldn't even be allowed. Because you would have all types of women's organizations jumping all over him. No, you can't do that to her. And women come out and lie, and nothing happens to them, nothing at all. So that right there is that's a great question, but no, he would not be allowed to do that because it would be put a stop to it. Yep, because he's a man. Yeah, because he's a man, and then if a man were to give back a little bit of a woman puts out, then all of a sudden he's toxic, he hates women, and he's a misogynist. And I really wish people would stop throwing that word around because they're taking a meaning and bending it into mean something differently. It means you have an intense hatred. You hate women. And correcting someone is not hating them. If you really hate women, you would let them run off and do the wild stuff what they're doing and don't say anything at all and just have nothing to do with them. I would, you know, that would be my idea of it. Okay, I doubt that she couldn't control it unless if they duked it out every time. Oh, yeah. There is zero evidence. There is zero evidence. The doctors and all the people around. Someone had to say something. Um, well, based on the trial, the doctor did come to see her, and she was saying how uh, that was Johnny's doctor. And even though he did evaluate her, and the nurse did evaluate her, there were nothing, no scars, no nothing. So there was most definitely zero evidence. Toxic femininity is on the rise. Yeah, and the sad part is that we have been unchecked. I could admit I was one of those women, and I'm so ashamed of my behavior that now that I look at it, I'm like, nope. I call women out. Nope, 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 nope. I was one of those dreadful scumbag women. Yes. Okay. In other words, angry women. I'm not sure if it's based on anger. I think it's more so entitlement and allowing to get away with the things that you were able to get away with. Like, if you look at a school setting in a classroom and a teacher is teaching, and then there's a student that's causing a little behavior, and very little is said to that student, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and it doesn't stop. And then it goes from that teacher to the next classroom to the next classroom. That is what we as women have gotten away with. Not all women, but there's a certain segment that gets away with it. So yeah, but it really gets there. Okay. I was having fun with, well, not fun, but okay, yeah, I was. Okay, is Eve's relationship with Amber heaven or hell? Let's find out. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Okay. I was also okay. I was also, but I realized our faults and works to get better. And yeah, you've got to most definitely get ourselves straight. Here now, Amber Heard and Eve is in Israel. The shopping, going around, having fun, right? Now, I still want to know, where's this baby? Where is this baby? I mean, they have a grocery. Eve's carrying the groceries. Amber's pushing the cart, and the groceries are inside the cart. I still want to know, where's that baby? Where is it? Now, here's Amber's victims, and I had to put Eve in there. I had to. I believe it was her first wife, Van Ree. Rent the baby. Yeah, I'm most definitely. You most definitely have a point, Jessica. Most definitely. Oh yeah. And you shouldn't be ashamed. You had the heart and soul to change and realize. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. And yeah, we all do messed up stuff. And and but and one of the things that I did was I went back and I apologized and said what I did was I was terrible for doing that and asked for forgiveness. So most definitely, yeah, beat his okay. So as you look, Van Marie, I believe, was her first wife. My brother taught me to never let. Yeah, my brother taught me never let a man put his hands on me and get away with it. Yep. And everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, we are human, and we're owning up to our yeah. And one thing you're gonna notice about me is that yeah, I wasn't proud of it either. But one thing you're gonna notice as you go through my videos, whenever I make a mistake, I come back and I say, "Hey, I messed up, and I didn't mean to misdirect you, but here, and I correct it." You're gonna notice that, once you go through my videos and even now. Um, if you cannot admit your wrongs, like Amber Heard, oh man, poor woman. My heart does go out to her. It does. I am kind of hard on her because I want her to do better. I think the stuff what she's doing is terrible. It really is. But we as women, we have to call her out to make her do better. And I was most definitely called out, which was a blessing in disguise. And once I was able to see that, oh yeah, so Amber, she does need to be called out. But her first girlfriend or wife, um, if you can't see your faults, okay, if you can't see your faults and admit them, then you cannot grow. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Then Johnny, then Cara. Oh my! I was looking. I'm like, who is that? Cara, and now you have Eve to add to that list. And I'm just sitting there thinking, why is Eve smiling? And you're going to see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you how it happened. It's all on tape, but I got the screenshot. And then Elon, you can't make this stuff up. Now, Johnny, poor guy walking around with his black eye. Okay, it was on the right. I got to turn so I can see. And she goes between left and right, left and right. It's really wild how she does this. Then here, Elon has a she tore his face up on the left side. Johnny got it on the right side. Oh, did it wrong. Amber, this is Amber on top of Eve beating a slobber knocker out of her. Okay. She's just sitting there pound. I don't know how it happened, but they were in the room, in their hotel room, and they were arguing and they were fighting inside the room. And then they came out into the hallway. And Amber said something. Oh, I couldn't believe she said this. Where is it at? Oh, she said something to the okay, where's it at? Okay, a photo circulating online showing how Amber Heard's rumored girlfriend, rumored she won't even claim her. That's wild. Sporting a black eye to what looked to be bruised. The picture is a growing shot includes Aquaman actress. Now, where's it at? On Twitter. Now she tells the security. I'm trying to find what she says exactly. What she said to the security. Okay, suspicious. Okay, suspicious that a dark patch and a black eye. Okay, Heard had a blowout fight at a hotel room in Tel Aviv, Israel. User Mr. Stedge claimed neighbors complained about noise coming from the room. Security reportedly went upstairs to check out, and they found the room door ajar. And Amber heard glass breaking. Heard reportedly yelling at security. Decided to enter the room when it sounded violent, and she's screaming at the security saying, oh, they were topless. Okay. And Eve Barlow, the hallway told her, come on, where is it? Breaks out the EB. And Amber screams at the employee saying she's a paying customer, leaving Eve with a black eye. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. She's over there slobber knocking her Eve and then tell security to break it up. I'm a paying customer. Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and put a little extra stank on this. I'm a paying customer. Let me tell you something. I paid you, and if I want to beat up my girlfriend, I'm going to beat up my girlfriend, and you're going to walk away because I'm a paying. That is wild. That is beyond wild. And I'm pretty sure she had that neck going and acting. I don't know. Maybe that's just simply my in my head. Okay. Oh, come on. I gotta. Would you come up? Why are you not coming up? Okay, I went the other way. All right. And here, Eve. Now they're all hunky dory, all this other stuff, and now Eve is walking around with a black eye smiling. But Eve, if you ever see this, I'm gonna tell you. How is she orchestrating this? That's I don't think that's orchestrated. When you get into a blowout fight, right, and you're doing hands on hands, right? That's not orchestrated. It really isn't, because especially when you grab somebody, where you have Eve and she's you know, hitting her down. That's no, you can't fake that. No, you can. And keep in mind, Amber, which Eve is not even an actress, so she wouldn't be able to pull that off. But if but if you ever find yourself in that position, take the person, slam them on the ground, and you can most definitely get out of that situation. How that I don't know why she wasn't arrested. I don't know what goes on in Israel. I think maybe just a simple fight between um domestic stuff. It may go unchecked. I don't know. At one time in the United States, a man used to beat up on his wife, or a woman used to beat up on her husband, or you could beat your children, and that was okay. Police was like, oh, okay, let me go deal with some real crime, as they called it, not a real crime. But now it's viewed differently, but I'm not sure. Let me see. He said it is pretty similar to the shine. Yep. And for some reason, I think maybe Amber has really small hands, and that she's able to hit someone and get the same look over and over again. Um, I feel sorry for people associated with Amber. Look, Amber, I know people like Amber. My brother, God rest his soul, was dating this girl. Whew. And the only thing what you got to do is get them straight once. I'm telling you what I know. People like Amber abuse people that will allow her to do it. But once you let people like Amber know, um, it ain't gonna happen like that. Whatever's going on in your head how you have your story going up here. Remember, there's somebody else. Let me see. It says, yeah, especially since they are married cops. Yep, that is so true. And if she was a man, y- yep, it'd be what? Yeah, yeah. But let me see. Back to what you were saying about being associated with people like Amber, but like I said in a couple of the videos, like I told the woman that that my brother was dealing with, I let her know straight off the bat. I said, look, my brother's not in this alone. I know what you're trying to do. It ain't gonna work like that. I'll be here all day, every day in your grill. And if you let people know that I'm not going to tolerate or accept this type of behavior, especially if it's dealing with a man. And my brother, he didn't believe in hitting women, and she knew that, and I let her know he doesn't believe in hitting women, but I do. So that right there, stopped a lot of what she was trying to do and ended that right there. Let me see what else. Oh, oh my goodness! But when I saw this, I just was like, I knew something was going to happen. I didn't think it would happen this fast. I wasn't sure who was the most manipulative. Was it Eve or was it Amber? And how long would Amber be able to hold her temper, knowing that she has to pay Johnny? Because Virginia, let me tell you something. Virginia law, I live in D.C. And if it happens to come back to DC, I'm gonna go right on over to Virginia, and hopefully the trial will start again. Maybe I could sneak in a camera, maybe do something like this. Do you think they would see it? Yeah, they would. I'm so silly. Oh my goodness. But it. I knew something was gonna fall apart. I just didn't know how long it would take. I didn't think it would be this soon. But for Amber to just beat the slobber knocker out of her in public like that. I mean, out in the hallway to where people could hear. Well, people would hear it, but out in the hallway, and then security stopping her, saying, "Hey." And the only thing that you could say is, "I'm a paying customer." Really, Amber? You you've been. Mm, that's all I could say. So, does any? Let me put the thing down. If you want to come up, please do so. I'm putting the link down. If you want to call in and express your thoughts and express it. Oh, I meant to set this up. Ah, express it. You can call in on my phone, and because I'm telling Amber, I really hope she can really change out, change her behavior. Because one thing I have a feeling is that, well, of course she does have mental issues going on, and there has to be something to help her. And I really wish the president would do more to help people. Okay, great. You could call in 10 minutes. Fabulous. All right. I would love to hear what you have to say on this topic. Okay, she is paying. Is she paying? Oh my goodness. But this is wild, between the PR firm threatening people. I mean, that right there is just mind-boggling. I'm just totally I'm to, I'm just so taken aback by that. I'm still miss. Okay. I'm totally taken back by that, her PR firm. So she paid them to make her look even more guilty, which is wild. And now she's over in Israel, and her friend is trying to help her to only have this happen. Now, I am not sure what Eve's thing is. Truly, I'm not sure. I have no idea whether if she is susceptible to abuse, because there are some people who just can find an abusive person, take a rock and throw it, and find an abusive person. There are people like that, and it's more so the energy what you put out. If you don't change your energy and how you do things, then you're going to constantly attract people like that. What they call law of attraction. Mm. My daughter makes coffee better than I do, and she's not even a coffee drinker. Okay. Let me see. You say, I'm so curious to see where all of this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm really curious because there has to be something different that comes out of this because you can't do this. Well, you can do the same thing over again, but eventually you do change. Um, Let me see. Yeah, you should call. Please call, Alexi. Please call. If you don't want to come up, I got this cheap phone um for you for some of you who do not want to come and show your face, and I get it. I get it. I do understand it. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating talking to someone on video. I do get that. I do understand it. So that's why. Oh, let me put my number down. I'm sorry. Where's my number at? Here's my. I'm sorry. I was too busy talking. I forgot to put the number up. So call in if you want to. I would love to hear your point. Okay, it doesn't matter who calls. It really doesn't matter who calls. You can call in. There's really no particular order. You can call in. Uh, I'm doing it from my cell phone until I can get more, so I could get those fancy calling things, so we can have several people calling at one time. Yeah. Um, so I mean, I just thought all that was interesting, but what really got, I mean, but just seeing Eve smile like that with that, like, I don't get it. Mm, okay, but it's really something. I just, you know, a friend of mine, I just she can find an abusive man 10 miles away. I just don't get it. I'm just like, what are you doing? How do you find these guys? Do you have this thing written on your forehead? Hey. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Tell me. Please call and tell me. How do you navigate that? How do you do that? Okay. Okay. Uh so Lexi, I'm not quite following you. Do you want do you not want to call in, or I'm not quite sure? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So Let me see. My sister, she was dating this guy from back home. We moved down to DC, and so when he came to DC, they picked back up on a relationship, and then he moved to Philly, and they had this big blowout fight, and I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened, but they started fighting. Well, comes to find out, he had mental health issues, and we didn't know it. She okay. Hello, hello. Oh, hold on, let me. Ah, come on. Are you there? Hello. Oh crap. I am so sorry. Oh no, I hope I didn't hang up on you. Forgive me, please call back. Oh my goodness. I tried to put you on speaker and I messed up. Okay. Oh man, I'm making a mess of it. Please forgive me. Okay. Okay. I'm calling back. Hello, this is Big Girl Diary. I am so sorry I hung up on you. Please forgive me. Now I got one of these cheap phones that cost like what, $10, $15 a month. Forgive. I gotta edit that out. I spend $50 a month. Yes, yes. Audience, can you hear okay? Okay. So, what are your thoughts on this situation? Hmm. Do you think that that she is so far removed from the average person that she believes that her behavior is actually acceptable? Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right because she was drinking heavily. That came out in the trial. I totally forgot about that. She drank like 2 bottles of wine, some kind of wine every day. Wow. Poor Johnny. He was paying for his own oppression. Oh my
Yeah, that would be hard for them. Like, and, like my heart goes out to Manson right now because, like, I paid attention way back then, but him and individual Whitstone, I believe he went into a rental ward to get healthy and get help emotionally getting over it. I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure I grew up with that.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be hard and.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said, I don't know.
So, what are your thoughts about her duking it out with Eve in Tel Aviv? Oh, that's that rhyme. Eve duking.
I feel like it was expected, like, but part of me is like, are they just like putting this out there so people will talk about it, or is it ever really beating Eve Barlow? Or just bother her name, like, I don't know. I feel like Eve might be in a really bad situation.
Yeah, it is. It is bad on both ends. And I don't know why Amber wasn't arrested. She should have been, but it was like,
if she was here, she probably would have been.
yeah, what I'm learning is outside of the United States, laws are different, very, very different in how domestic abuse is handled. It's very interesting. Um, I'm not quite sure how it's handled in Israel. I don't know much about it. Actually, I know zero.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I don't think they would pay too much attention to it there, but I don't know, it's weird to me. All of it's just weird. Like, what is going on? I feel like I think they're just, manifesting that good energy, but they'll just get her, like they'll figure out where she is, they'll find her or something. But if she stays somewhere for a while, it could take a year or like 2 years or something. But
yeah, yeah. Let me ask you, Eve, Eve's not Eve, Lord have mercy. Amber's PR firm. Do you think that was an accident, or do you think that was purposefully done? As far as leaking, them going after Jessica Krause the way they did, threatening her family.
It was intentional. They said it was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how they worded it. I don't have it pulled up, but
wait, I'll bring it up. Go ahead, talk.
They said that it was I don't know. They called it an intent or something like that. That means they would intentionally make threats. The PR team made threats to Jessica on Amber's behalf. I think they could get sued or I don't know, lose their jobs or something. It's not gonna happen because it's like
yeah, because that's
getting weird as far as like people accusing each other.
I mean, here it's wild because here, the person says, starts off, "Hey, Jessica, I would like to apologize to you and your family for what I wrote in my previous email." And I'm just like, wait a minute, you're working for a PR firm, and you're emailing this to someone, and you're threatening them and their family. I mean, whoa, you went way off the rails on that one.
What was in their emails? They didn't. They said something about harming families, and like, what was in their emails? They should probably be investigated.
Yeah.
As well.
Most definitely investigated, and I'm really glad that Amber fired them. And I'm trying to figure out. Wait, what wasn't that PR firm that she was using that former President Obama used? I'm trying to remember. There was so much out there.
I heard something about that too. There's something going around on YouTube about that. Maybe E-Hacker or that umbrella guy or one of those people might have said something, or there's these videos. I question them because the videos are mostly like the eye-catching title, and then the video has like nothing to do with it, but they do put out some interesting facts.
Yeah.
I know, but then it like pays attention to what the fans are saying, and I'm like, why are these just focused on what the fans are saying? But I think I heard something about the PRT being the same as Obama's. I have to look into that.
Yeah.
As well. So it's interesting.
And let me ask you this: where's Amber's baby? Where's that baby?
I think she doesn't have one.
Yeah.
I think it was her sister's baby.
She had a baby?
Somebody in her family had a baby. I don't know if it was her sister, but I'm sorry.
I didn't know her sister. What's her sister's name? Whitney. I didn't know Whitney had a baby, but
it wasn't her sister. Maybe it was a friend.
That's wild. That is so wild.
I'm gonna have to find that video. I'll send you some stuff on Instagram.
Oh, and if you can, because I'm learning Instagram. Where's my? I put my. Let me put it up again. You can email me. I have a strange email. I don't know why I thought of this one.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Lottieism1@gmail.com. If you all want to email me something that you want me to look at, investigate, or do videos on, I'll be more than happy to oblige you. Lottieism@gmail.com. Don't ask me where I got it from. I don't know. It just sort of... I don't know. Oh, man, that's a crazy name, isn't it? Lottieism, LODDYISM1@gmail.com. That's I don't know. I try to do Big Girl Diary, but there's like Big Girl Diary 20,000. I'm like, I don't want to have any numbers. And some doily got Lottieism.
LADDY.
No, LO.
Okay.
DDY. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm the next doily that has Lottieism #1. I mean, there's one before me. Oh, man. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off here.
Okay, I appreciate you calling. I really do.
I'm happy I got to catch a ride finally. I was like super excited. I'm like, yay! I'm playing Black Ops Ghost Diagonals. I'm like, but okay, I'm on my way to work, so I'll be listening.
Okay, well, thank you. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Have a
You too. Have a great day. Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to call up? You can. What are your thoughts on Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Um Call up and give me your thoughts on Amber Heard's PR firm. I mean, did they really take it all the way to the limits of wow? Um did they drop the ball? Because Amber Heard did fire them, and what's going on in Israel? Amber Heard and Eve. Did did we see this coming? Did Eve just was she in some type of la la land, and then reality just came and punched her in the face? If you want to call up, we could talk about that. Because I'm thinking this is really, really something. Um, just this whole situation. Because I have to admit, and in the previous video, I stated that I thought that Eve was manipulating the situation, and this is for my rationale. Because Amber has so much going on. She's been sued by her ex-husband, and he wants his money. Now Australia is looking at her from bringing her two dogs in, and now they want her for questioning and possibly 14 years in jail for lying, that they found out through the defamation case that she lied and brought an underage girl that was really her employee, but said, I mean, there's so much going on there. So Australia wants to check into her. And now you have barristers in England that are pushing to reopen the case for Johnny Depp, because over here in Virginia, the lies just came spewing out, and there was some, may I say, mild, how can I say this? Mild liberties with Amber's lies coming out. And I believe that Elon Musk had a lot to do with what was going on there in the case to where Johnny Depp lost. I mean, Elon was driven by whatever Amber was doing. So now the barristers are, from my understanding, that they're looking into reopening the case, and I don't know what they can do without Johnny Depp coming over and reopening it. Who knows? I know nothing about English law, so there might be something that they can do to make the son responsible for putting that hit piece out, or shall I say, alleged hit piece about Johnny being an abuser, based on what Amber Heard was saying. Comes to find, man, this Amber, oh my goodness. Then comes to find out that there was an EOC, the gentleman that was working with her, she had an affair with, allegedly. This is wild. I mean, wow. So there's so much to this story, and everything revolves around Amber Heard. Just one person. And just looking at the situation, there is, in my opinion, oh, great, call in. Jessica is calling in. All right. Yes. Hey, BGD, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am fabulous. Thank you for calling in. What say you?
Oh, so much on this. And the first thing that's on the top of my mind is you asked earlier if you had thought Amber thought she was doing right, like, like she really wasn't doing any wrong.
Right.
And I do feel like she does know, like, what she was doing is absolutely wrong, but she feels like she's above all that. Like, she's got, like, this chip on her shoulder, pretty little princess idea in her head of what she wants to be, and she doesn't really care who she hurts to do that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, Amber comes from very humble beginnings. And I don't know, do you think that has anything to do with her mindset now?
I really don't. I think that Amber is one of those people that's just naturally, like, narcissistic and very much about herself.
Okay.
And you just get people like that sometimes, and the younger sibling will always be in their shadow, and they will always be great, and they have to always be acknowledged for what they do, no matter if they're doing nothing. And I feel like that's just her. I don't think her past or her upbringing, because she started this pretty young. I mean, she was a teenager when she was in that drunk driving accident and killed her friend. So she's been in and out of stuff, but never really had to have any consequences for it.
Very true, very true. One quick question. Who's older, Amber or Whitney?
Amber's the older one.
Okay. Wow. She acts like the younger one.
She absolutely does, yeah. And I'm pretty sure that it's been made public. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm about 80% sure that the baby is not even hers. And it's been pointed out by a lot of people, the baby's face keeps changing, the age keeps changing, the hair color keeps changing. She's pushing around an empty stroller. I do. I think she used that one just to get, the people to feel sorry for her. Because she made that huge show in court about how she gets to go be a mom, but she hasn't done that at all.
Yeah.
She's taken pictures which she sold to, like, the news places that, and stuff like that. I made money with that, but you never really see much of the baby's face. It's always the back of the baby. And weird
That's
times,
true.
it's just odd.
That is so true. Jessica, I got to thank you, because you most definitely, you were like, hey, where's the court documents? Did you see any? I'm like, no. Did you see any court cases? Did you see this or that? I got to thank you, because you really kept my feet to the fire, and you're like, okay, BGD, come down out the clouds, come down, put your feet on earth, because that makes no sense. I want to thank you.
Of course, anytime. Thank you for being here and having me. I enjoy it.
Oh, most definitely. Thank you for calling up. I just really appreciate you and all of you, and I want to thank you for just most definitely just saying, hey, BGD, you want to come back to reality, because this is not reality.
Well, I feel like, especially when it's such a deep rabbit hole like this, so many different turns, it's like a maze of a rabbit hole, and it's so easy to get lost in, and especially when you've got the Brian Warner and Evan Rachel Wood happening, and then, this, and it just bewilders me that Amber has been allowed to continue as she has, and so many people are still supporting it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I understand why. Okay, hold on for a second, because Amber Heard, what she's doing goes into my other channel, Politics with Laura, and with her connections with Elon Musk. Oh my goodness, man!
Right?
The stuff he's into, it is beyond measure. And
he was completely infatuated with her. Too.
She's
got him so far wrapped around her finger, and that's the richest man in the world. So
at
the moment, and the people that he knows, and the circles that he runs in, and she's been a part of all of that.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about her acting career. She really doesn't, because she's got, she keeps herself relevant, first of all. And no matter what, she still has the lifestyle that she wants to live.
Most definitely.
I feel like now she might even have it easier, because she just gets to be herself, and she still gets just all this publicity and everything for nothing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And how this runs with Elon Musk. There's this. Just check this group out. It's
Yeah.
called the Alfalfa Club. Elon Musk.
Yep.
They meet every year at the last week of January. Every last week of January, they get together with government and business. They come together. You can't make this stuff up. They come together and they roast each other, whatever, for about 4 hours. And it's normally down here on what is it, 16th Street Northwest, not far from the White House. Either there or over on New Jersey Avenue Northwest in DC.
Well,
And
that's in your backyard.
oh yeah, yeah. Mm, ooh.
Oh my goodness.
And look, I had Ivana Trump. She lived not far from me. Well, I'm just like, oh my goodness, you and your freaking security, go away. You're blocking up traffic. Ah, go away. It was awful, awful.
Can imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
That's so close.
very close. So, and then how this also how she. Oh my goodness. It gets so deep. I mean, both my channels can complement each other. This is my fun channel, like I have fun. My other channel, I get down deep into what is the, as they say, the what. I don't know if you heard that term. I'm learning the what term. Or the there. No, I'm sorry, the there. I'm all wrong. But there's a lot to it, most definitely. But and you are so right about the rabbit hole. You are so on point with that. Oh my goodness. But Elon Musk and Amber Heard, by her, Amber is beautiful. And by she giving him her attention, spun him in ways he didn't think it was actually possible. Like, oh, this beautiful woman. Okay, she hit my eye. Oh, okay. It's okay. I still got her on my arm. You see him walking down and him holding her hand, and she's like,
She
I
was
got
shiny
him.
piece of jewelry, and especially for him, before he had all that money and before he got his hair implants, he was just some nerd that nobody wanted anything to do with. And now he has all this money. So she's one of the prettiest pieces of candy. So
Oh wait. Back up, Jessica. You said hair implants?
oh yeah, he had hair, but he's got plugs in his head. Yeah, he had like a huge receding hairline.
Okay.
He's got so much Botox that his top lip doesn't move at all. When he says B, it sounds like B.
Oh my goodness. I never noticed it. Oh my goodness. Oh my
You
goodness.
take away the title and the money, he's just some nerd that a lot of girls just sat and laughed at and like he was made fun of in school and all this other stuff. So now he has somebody like Amber giving him the time of day, and he just thinks he's Rocket Man, as she put it.
And the interesting part, you got that right. And the interesting part is this. Elon Musk, after the Alfalfa Club, he hosted the after party for the Alfalfa Club. Elon Musk has okay, DC is quite interesting. It's small, but you have a lot of million and billionaires that own huge mansions here. And the mansion that he has looks like a huge apartment building. You just like, whoa, out there in Calorama. So that's where Amber had her party that they were taking pictures of as that one person who attended that party, some guy. I can't remember his name, but he mentioned a lot of that what was going on in those parties in the one that he was there with Elon Musk and Amber Heard. So there's a there's so much that goes on to this stuff.
There's so much. There's one YouTuber, and he's Irish, and he's got glasses on, and he follows the Manson case and Evan Rachel Wood case really close. But he has been he's an escort, and he has worked at some of these parties that Amber has been at or held or whatever, like these huge Hollywood sex parties. He's been, and he's made several videos talking about it as much as he can, legally, of course. But he talks a lot about it, and just,
Yep.
I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's the person who I'm talking about. Yep.
Yes.
Him. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, it's getting wild, and all this stuff, that is being exposed, and how people are acting and behaving, and we're actually seeing, okay, who you are on TV and who you are on real life. We sort of get confused by what we see on TV. And I had this, I did this video, and I brought up the masks, the two masks. I call it laugh now, cry later.
That's perfect. I call it Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde, laugh now, cry later, or oh man, I can't remember the name of it, but it goes back thousands and thousands of years. But it shows the two different personalities. People can show you what they want you to see.
Exactly.
Now, what's interesting about Hollywood is this: actresses and actors,
they're paid to make all these different personalities.
Now, now imagine this, because remember, the two masks, is that who they're paid to be all the time? Are they paid to show us an image who they are all the time? Is that who they are?
Right? Do we know anything about them at all? Like, with the Amber Heard thing, there is so much more than that she was just a B-class actor in a couple of movies that married Johnny Depp and just slept with the right people. She's not only pretty, but she's very smart. Otherwise, she wouldn't still be going and running her mouth like she knows that she can't, because she's never been in trouble. She doesn't get in trouble for it, and there is a reason for it.
Oh,
that reason,
yeah.
We don't know, and we may never know. And within the next 6 months to a year, I'm really curious to see how much all comes out, especially with the YouTubers getting together and digging like they do, and all of it, getting the court paperwork, like all of it.
What I would like to know is this: was she ever in the military?
Amber?
Mm-hmm.
No, she was not.
Are we sure?
She quit school. I think she was 17 when she got in that car accident and killed her best friend.
Mm-hmm. She
quit school and then left to LA, and then she became a stripper for a while, an escort, and then got into some acting.
Okay.
That's all I think she's ever done.
Now, okay. Now, that's what they're putting out, right? Because you could always put out, and this, now just follow me. This is just me just looking outside of the box. What if, allegedly, supposedly, possibly, that she went into the military, and she came out and she was used to do certain things? Now, I have a lot of family members that are in the military, and they come and go. I have no idea where they are. They're like, I see them at family reunions, and next thing you know, a couple of years later, they're back. Yeah, I'm just like, where'd you go? So, it's top secret information. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I have a couple family members like that are in the military as well.
I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. Because I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy. I'm not trying. Well, conspiracies are true. I'm not trying to start a rumor or anything like that. I'm just a thought that I'm just trying to shoot out there.
Well, we can think outside the box as much as we want with this situation.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like the way I look at it is a Pandora's box. And there's just so much that is unknown. And I feel like there's been so much going on with Hollywood. Like, it goes all the way back to like Marilyn Monroe and stuff that's been happening, but it's not ever been brought out or brought to light, but with internet and with social media and people scratching out surfaces and realizing there's a lot more underneath. I feel like this stuff that's coming out with Amber Heard and everything, Epstein, all of them, I feel like it's literally just a tiny little iceberg that's just about to just completely collapse. Just like Pizzagate and all of that. I feel like there's this huge thing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're just saying it. Yeah. Did you hear about that guy who, we're deviating so far, but did you hear about that guy who came to DC and shot up the Cosmo Pizza up there in Southeast in DC
Yes,
several
I
years
heard
back?
about that.
Okay. Now, I drive around that area sometimes. I'm all over DC. Um, and that place, I'm going to tell you, I never seen it open. And I'm going to leave it there. I never seen that place opened. It's there. I never seen people come in or come out. And I don't remember lights being on. And I'm going to leave it as that because I want to keep my channel.
Yeah. If you happen to go by that area again, if you could take pictures and I can send them to you, or I can send you my email. I would love to see that.
Okay. Because there is so, man, oh man, oh man. Okay. My goodness. Oh my goodness. It is so deep. And I tell people that, they're like, well, what do you know? Politics with Laura, or what do you know, Big Girl Diary? I've been in DC for 35 years. You can go down to Haynes Point, and at certain point there, you can see the Navy Yard. You look across, then you'll see Bowling Air Force Base. Not far from Bowling Air Force Base, you go right up the street, maybe about 10 blocks. You got the Capitol building. Not far from the Capitol building, if you go up, the White House. Everything there is less than a mile. You go over in the southeast, up there, where is it? Homeland Security. Oh my goodness, you can't. And it's on the Potomac River. The Potomac River goes straight out to the Atlantic Ocean. Let me shut up. Let me shut my mouth. Amber Heard.
It is so hard, like staying on the exact subject because there's so many little branches of it and everything. It's really hard because you can start with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp and end up, on something 20 years ago but has relevance now. It's all over the place, and it's like, yeah.
Oh, man,
I think it's really funny though, and I've been saying it since the first day about the baby. I said during the court I was gonna laugh if it wasn't actually hers. And there's been so many people saying that it's not, and she's not said anything in regards to it. There's been no proof shown. Nobody has been able to find any proof that she birthed this child.
Yeah. I mean, it's really wild, and
if she does have this child, then I really think some wellness checks need to be done. There's tapes of her, beating the crap out of Eve in hallways and stuff. So obviously something's not right with her.
Yeah, she most definitely, in my opinion, she needs some help, and they need to add more money to mental health than what they do.
Absolutely.
And I did a video on that earlier because I didn't realize I had over 220 videos. If you go back to 200 videos, you'll see the one that I did on mental health and how it became the way it is now. It was a concerted, man. It was most definitely an effort to do this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to deviate so far. I do apologize.
Well, I'm sure I helped as well, so I apologize.
Man, it is something. But I really do appreciate you chiming. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if you've seen it, but in regards to Amber's exes and stuff, Cara Delevingne was videotaped getting onto Jay-Z's private plane, and then she was kicked off. She wasn't wearing any shoes. She was really gross looking, and she was like super drugged out, like moving around, couldn't stand still, like putting her head down between her legs and like whipping her hair up over and over, like scratching at her face. There's a video on it, and they kicked her off the plane because of it. And that was just a couple of days ago.
I gotta look at that.
The one that Amber was frolicking around with.
Oh man, spell her name. Cara.
Bad.
What'd she get herself into? Cara, how do you spell her last name? Delevingne?
Yeah, it's D.
I can't. Yeah, put it. Thank you. Man.
I put it in the comments. It's Cara Delevingne,
Got it. Thank you. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh Lord. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was yesterday. It was in the last 3 days, and I saw the video. I don't know when it was taken exactly, but it wasn't long after I saw it. But it shows her getting out of her car and then trying to go to the plane, and she's barefoot. She's wearing a pair of sweats and a Britney Spears t-shirt. Her hair is down, but she looks really dirty. She's got no makeup on. Her eyes are really, really dark. And she's got that, the best way like I can explain it is like tweak the movement where like her limbs are just like moving around and she's looking back and forth and putting herself up and down, just weird. She's out of it.
Why a Britney Spears t-shirt?
I was wondering about that too. With everything going on with Britney Spears, I thought it was a little ironic she was wearing that shirt.
Yeah.
It could just be a thing, but it might be. It could be something. But yeah.
I'm trying not to be too conspiratorial. I'm trying to leave that alone. Oh man. I'm trying my very best.
So my husband hears it all day. I have like 10 different, like, I wonder if this is going on and this is happening. So,
Man. Wow. Amber Heard. Man, Eve. Oh my goodness. I hope she can get her some help. I hope she could. I hope.
I feel like Eve thought Eve was something special, and Amber really loved her, just like every person does with an abuser. Like, they won't do that to me. They're going to be better. I can fix them. And then you get so wrapped up in them that the time that they finally do hate you, you're like, it was my fault. Or they just had a mistake. It was all right. It was just a little slip. They'll do better. They didn't mean it. And you tend to do that, and you start making constant excuses for that person. Because now you don't want to look stupid. Like, you've just been sitting here telling the entire world that this is a great person and everything, and you're going to defend their honor until your death and all this, and then boom, you have a black eye. And now you're going to look completely stupid. And then,
yeah, that is... You are so on target on those two, especially when you're out, oh, this person's a great person, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know they did it to that person, but they're not going to do it to me because I'm special.
Well, and those kind of people have a way of making you feel special. Like, you're making me better. I've never been this healthy without you. You make me calm down, and just different things like that. And they get you. Like, I'm not saying that's what happened with Amber and Eve, but I mean, it's so many different possibilities, but it's so easy to be like, it's fine, nothing's happening, look, they love me, and then you're so deep into it, and you do love them, and so you just continuously try to make it better, and then sometimes you start blaming yourself, like, well, if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't upset them, then it wouldn't have happened, so it's my fault. So you can go different ways like that. Man,
so true, so true. Wow.
A lot of physical abusive relationships start out with mental abuse. They start out with the love bombing, and then all of a sudden you're just lacking in every way, and you're not good enough, and then they're getting angry and they're hitting you, and it's your fault.
Let me ask you, what lasts longer, or the effects? Is it the physical abuse or the emotional abuse? Which one lingers longer?
I absolutely think the emotional and the mental is way worse than the physical. I would take getting hit over the mental ever again, because it lasts with you, and it can last years. It can cause where you have a lot of self-conscious issues, and you're just not good enough, and you're not enough, and then and it's just a continued cycle. At that point, you surround yourself with people who aren't great because you're not great, and you can fix them, and then it just is never ending unless you have somebody step in and just be like, stop, you're worth it, and you're okay. It tends to just continue.
There's a woman by the name of Lisa Romano. She is a YouTuber. I looked at her some of her videos, and she talks about narcissism. And I have to say, I'm not an expert. I'm not, but Amber Heard, in my opinion, does fit some of those categories, because you could look at to see the way she was looking at Johnny, even in the courtroom. When Johnny was talking, she was looking at him like all attention, like
a tiger looking at a zebra.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that analogy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's how I saw it. Like, she was just an angry lioness, and she just wanted to eat him. That she did him wrong, or he did her wrong. I mean, and
Yeah, whenever you stop a narcissist from abusing you, then they are gonna retaliate. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Wow.
And I think Amber is absolutely a full narcissist, but I also think she's a sociopath, hands down. I really do. I think that what she was said to have in the court, like, it totally fits. It really does. And she's just showing it more and more.
Yeah. 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 Wow.
I think Amber Heard really is a dangerous person. She's like a Black Widow. She's beautiful and she's smart, and she has gotten herself in a position where she's like holding all the cards on these people. She's holding all these trump cards for all these big people, so she can literally just walk on water.
You know something? You made me think about something. Now, Jeffrey Epstein held all the cards too, until he didn't.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow. You were dropping some serious dimes.
And since Ghislaine, who's holding those cards now? Because they didn't just go away.
No. Oh, they just scratched just a little inch.
I think Epstein wasn't one of the biggest ones. I think he was in their circle. I think Epstein was probably one of the bottom feeders of what they are. I think there are some communities, whatever you want to call them, out there, groups, clubs, whatever, that are into some really, really heavy bad stuff.
Yeah, but the interesting part is this: they made it seem like that it was just Jeffrey and Ghislaine and just the two of them, and that was it.
That's exactly what they tried to do.
But you know what I want to know is, when they arrested Jeffrey, they went to his island,
right?
Took everything out. Why? They sure enough didn't come up in it.
I've never known them when it's an active crime scene like that, and especially the magnitude that it was. Them going out and sweeping it the way they did kind of was just like you said, why? Sitting there scratching your head. I'm sure a lot of people involved have needed a lot of things covered up, but that's not my business.
Wait a minute. Somebody said Epstein, the Umbrella Archive said Epstein was a guy at the party nobody liked. Okay. That's why he got caught. You always have that one person that always goes to the party. Like, why did he come?
And he's probably the one, but he had all the party favors, so everybody just let him chill.
Oh yeah. You're just you're dropping some serious dimes. I'm glad you're dropping them. Oh my goodness. I could only say Okay. I most definitely I appreciate you calling, Jessica. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. I'll be in North Carolina for a while, so I'll be able to do calls again for a little bit.
Oh, great. You're always welcome to drop in.
Well, I love it. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Okay, that was a great call. Yeah, we did deviate, but we're back on. Would anybody else like to call up and give their thoughts on Amber Heard? Her PR firm basically letting out information that she really is guilty, and about Eve Barlow, her getting into a fight. I mean, just a slobber knocker in the hallway of the oh my goodness, the thing that they were in. Let me show it again. Oh man, I still want to know, where's that baby, Amber? Where's that baby? But there, she's in the hallway. I mean, just beating a mess out of her. where everybody, I mean, very abusive, very abusive. Just see her just plummeting her. Would anybody like to call in and give their thoughts on it? Is Amber Heard a straight narcissist? Did Eve know what she was getting into? Did Eve think that she could control the situation? Now, the question I would like to know is Eve going to kick, well, I don't think she could kick her out of Israel, but she could leave her right there and go someplace else and leave Amber there because Johnny wants his money. But then again, Amber, she has to come back to the U.S. because she does have new lawyers, David Axelrod and oh my goodness, what's his name? Ward Brown, J. Ward Brown, two excellent appellate lawyers. I don't know how she got their hands on them. High powered attorneys, which I find interesting is they're gonna attack, not attack, but they're gonna question the freedom of speech, the First Amendment. But the First Amendment is based off of truth. Anything else is liable. Can't run around and lie on people. But I thought that they were going to look at the angle of the juror. Was it 12 or 13? I'm not quite sure. But if you want to call in or come up, please do so. And let me hear your thoughts on it. My daughter makes a good cup of coffee. Anyone want to call up? Oh, yeah, Camille Vasquez. Yep. Okay, anyone want to come up? Let me see, let's go through this. Okay, Amber Heard. Yeah, Camille Vasquez, she most definitely wore Amber out. Oh, that's if you want to come up. Right there's the streamline uh um thing that you can use. And okay, I already did that one, Epstein. Yeah, Camille's absolute man. I gotta say, Camille, oh, she got a promotion. I mean, just plowing through Amber the way she did. And the brilliant part was she used Amber's own words to haunt her. Everything that she said was Amber's own words. And Amber was like, no, I don't agree with that. But you said it. How can you not agree with what you said? I mean, just wild. Okay. Call in. That would be great. I would love to hear your thoughts. But Amber Heard, Jessica, Camille. Camille just looked at the transcript and said, "Oh, she said this. Okay, I want her to expound on that." No, I didn't do that. Nope. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Man. And at one point through the trial, Amber gets off the stand and she runs outside. Oh man, she's haul-tailed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Something. But there is so much to this over there in Israel. Now she's beating up on Eve, and I think Eve bit off more than she could chew. I mean, Amber has some serious issues that she needs to work out. And I mean, love is great. Loving someone is great, but you cannot love someone to help mental health. No, they have to really want it and seek it out for themselves. And that's the sad part about it, no matter how much you love a person. Let me see. Jessica says she is fire and ice. You know something? I read that theory. Oh my! Yeah, man, Jessica, you throwing all these little gems out there. Fire and ice. Okay, okay. Hello, BGD. How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
All right. First gentleman. All right. So, what are your thoughts?
So, it's actually the reason I was calling in because I have a slightly different viewpoint from it.
Okay,
I've personally been in abusive relationships with other women.
Okay.
And what I think is really crazy about it is that even in their ranks of millionaires, that people still kind of just look at men being abused like it just doesn't happen, or like it's not that bad. You're just kind of you're making a big deal about it. She didn't really deck you. You know what I mean? Like Amber clearly said, if I didn't really punch you, I mean, what clarifies a real punch? Like,
thank you. Yep.
Up and you hit me. That's a punch, regardless of how hard it was. And it's just crazy to me that even, like I said, at that level and that exposure of so many people can see it, and Amber just being straight out like, well, I didn't even really hit you. Like if it was any man saying that to any woman, they'd be like, oh, we really didn't really hit her. Well, how'd you actually hit her? Let's make clarify that for me so we can get some charges going.
Let me ask you one question. Do you have sisters?
I do.
And did they step to the woman that you were with?
Unfortunately, we were in different states.
Oh.
So they would have, however, they were thousands of miles away. So
yeah, because my brother, he it didn't get to that point, but I knew it was going to that point. And my brother lived. Oh my goodness! Every time I live stream, this happens. Okay. Well, he lived in Maryland, and I took 2 buses. It took me 2 hours to get there. I didn't have a car at that time, so I was hot when I left, and I was mad, and I had to let her know. I'm like, my brother isn't in it alone.
They were younger also at the time that this was going on. It's about 5 years ago or so, so they weren't exactly of age to be able to go that distance also.
I am so sorry.
But luckily, I had enough resources to move past most of those situations.
Good.
But yeah, it's just kind of wild that no matter where you're at, whether it's in the hood, so to speak, or if you're in Beverly Hills, everybody still kind of looks at it the same way, and it's a little bit swept under the rug, if you ask me.
Well, that I'm gonna challenge you on that, because from what I see, it's very different here. From not only me, but from what I see around, I go to Southeast DC, all over the place, to where girls or women do not allow other women or girls to beat up on their brothers. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't. And those girls who do it, or women who do it, they find a way to where, oh, I can get away with this. And I want to let that girl know, oh, not my brother. And I have another brother. He knows I will get on a plane and let her know, not my brother. I'm one of those ones who will go and take a payday loan out, go find you, and put my foot where the moon don't shine. That's just. Oh, Jessica, she thanks you for calling in, because we do need all perspectives. And look, call on me. If you ever need help, call on me. I'll come and I'll straighten her out. I'll tell her a thing or two.
Yeah, most of mine was from the mental aspect also. There was only 1 or 2 that ever pushed the envelope far enough to start throwing hands or anything. But so, like I said, most of it was behind closed doors, and then it's the next day I gotta do that, or it's a whole lot of mind games.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's very, very draining. Like Jessica said earlier, the mental is far more draining on a daily basis than, like, I could have
I could have took it and punched in the face every day. I've made a few fights.
Yeah.
Like, I could have took that and just shrugged it off a little bit, sort of. Not that it would have been right, but the mental is just, you can't get away from the mental. It doesn't matter if you go down the street, it doesn't matter if you go around the corner, you know, it's still sitting there waiting on you.
Mm-hmm. That is so true.
Very grueling, the mental is.
That is, and again, I am so sorry you had to go through that, and I'm just so sorry that there are not more resources for men to deal with these situations. Because if you were to say, okay, I'm going to stop you from doing this to me, and then once you do, you're a misogynist. Oh, you put your hands on her. Oh, you're an abuser.
Exactly.
And
like, I've seen many videos where it's just somebody clearly like, please stop, and they're continually getting punched in the face until they react, and everybody in the crowd around them is like, oh my God, you just hit her.
Yeah. And but that is something that women, because we pushed for this. We pushed and pushed and pushed to get it. Now that we got it, we are just taking it overboard. But now it's up to us. Now men, you all do this because I see it a lot. If a man even looks like he wants to put his hands on a woman, you all stop him right then and there. You check him like this. But women, we come up with some kind of social distance to where we're like, oh well, he's a man and he probably did something, or he's okay. He can handle it, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. We as women have to check other women, no matter how wild or mouthy they get. You have to point. No, you can't do that, because around here I do that, and they look at me. Oh, that old lady. Yeah. Okay. Stop that, because if he were to put his hands on you, then you're going to scream and, oh, women's lib, oh, feminism, all this. No, it's very unfair.
Yes, it can be, that's for sure.
Because I look at it, because I have brothers. Well, I have one brother left. I have a son, and I look at how women are behaving, and I'm afraid. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm like, what is my son going to get?
Like I said, I had a few resources to be able to get me out of situations like that sometimes. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of cousins and so that we would all sort of do that for each other. We'd stand up for each other and sort of keep the distance in the bad situations and cool them down before they got reactive. And there was actually a situation with me one time where it was somebody who none of us even knew, a random woman, started trying to tell people that there was some sort of SA situation with me. And every single person I knew immediately, for lack of better terms, ran her out of town like, no. You can try to say a whole lot of stuff, but we can all guarantee you that didn't happen. I can.
Good.
No, that's not going down that way. It's just not. And it went away. I didn't have to prove my innocence or anything because everybody knew already. But it's just that kind of thing. Like, I didn't even know who she was.
It's and look, mental illness is really showing itself. Really, it's getting really bad. It's popping up all over the place, and it's like, what are we going to do? Especially when you have delusions just overflowing. Oh, wait a minute. Jessica says, wait a minute. Oh, sparking a conversation. Jessica says, Umbrella, thank you for calling in. It's amazing to hear from a male who has been abused and is using his voice to speak out. So most definitely thank you on that one. Champagne Girl says, I heard of an ex of Elon, and his friend once said that he was parties and awkward billionaires to meet girls, to infiltrate these and added drugs and mix. Okay. Champagne Girl goes on to say, the things he said is, I'm sorry, the things he has, and that she filmed on him is evil. Talk about Elon Musk. Jessica comes back and says, being told everyone's worth nothing. Let's see, wait a minute. And you're trash, and it really gets to you. That is very true. And to minimize somebody and mental abuse, most definitely. You're sparking up a conversation, Umbrella.
No problem. I'm actually getting ready to get back to work here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be jumping off.
Okay, I really appreciate you taking time, because that's something that is something that you could never get back, is time and spending it with us. You are greatly appreciated.
Great conversation going in, and like giving my point of view, and I hope it helps in some way. I'm just gonna find something or show somebody different sides, or just entertaining, one of the three.
Oh man, it's so you have, most definitely put that aspect out there. And this is something that we hardly ever hear about men who suffer, and they suffer in silence. And I'm glad that you were able to get out and get the assistance that you need or needed. It's just, and just thank you for sharing your story.
Well, I thank you for hearing my story, and doing a whole lot better nowadays. But it's really good one nowadays, so.
Good. All right, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Umbrella. That was most definitely great and most definitely needed, for us to have your perspective, because men do suffer in silence, like Johnny Depp did. Because when he said to Amber, "Yes, I am abused, and you are my abuser," that was powerful. And then just to hear from you is also very powerful. And just to know that you didn't have to suffer, and you got out, and you're in a better place, which is great. And for women, we have to call our sisters, call them to the carpet, and make them, hey, you got to stop this mess. You have to. Most definitely. Okay, Jessica goes on to say is there are so many who are uh, who get accused through, and don't have any support or any backup. Yeah, you got so right, and that is sad. People's lives are ruined, and yeah, let's look at Marilyn Manson and Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was just, he never put his hands on her. Besides, took her and sat her down and said, "Stop it! I had enough. I'm going to walk away, and I'm going over here. I'm walking away." And then by him walking away, she went berserk. She wanted him to stay there with the fight, to continue fighting until she was finished. That right there is. So his statements and what he said was very powerful. But we as women, we have to do what men do. Men check other men to make them do right. Nah, keep your hands off of him, or keep your hands off of her. And as women, we need to say to other women, keep your hands off of him. Treat him better. Okay, Jessica also went on to say, you don't deserve to have to suffer in silence anymore, Umbrella. No, you don't, because you have us. We will back you. Most definitely. Oh, wow. All right. Now, who else would you like to call up or come in on video if you choose to talk a little bit more? Here is the StreamYard link. Or you can call in, you have the number. And tell us your thoughts on the Amber Heard, her PR team, basically in a nutshell, throwing her under the bus, basically saying that she was guilty, she wasn't innocent, and then threatening, what's her name, Jessica Krause, and then emailed an apology, which let everybody know. And also Amber Heard having a tussle with Eve in an Israeli hotel in Tel Aviv and had security come and separate them. And the only thing that Amber can say is, I'm a paying customer. These are my words. If I want to beat her up, I'll beat her up because I paid you to stay here. Can't make this stuff up. I mean, you can't make it up. Oh my goodness. Okay, anybody else want to call in? Okay, well, I'm going to start winding down. Just give you my thoughts on this. This situation highly publicized, and it's sad on one hand, but good on the other because it brings light to what's going on. Where you have women who can run around in the I'm just going to keep it in the United States, who can run around entitled and unchecked to do whatever they want to do to other women and other men or men that do not have the backing or somebody making them stop. And just if you look at this, proving my point, I don't know who look at that. With her friends, they're all smiling. Amber is there, and Eve has a black eye. Her eye is blackened, and they're carrying on like everything is great. Nah. Her friends should have said, Amber, keep your hands off of her. Stop it. Something should have been done about that. And it wasn't. So she has been allowed to go unchecked. Because she beats up on a man, it's okay. You're a guy, you can handle it because I hit you. I didn't deck you. Stop being a baby. Be a man. I mean, what do you do with that? Besides, and I'm gonna tell you, because like I said, my brother dated someone similar to Amber that had that same mindset. But if you allow her to know that that right there isn't going to work, and not him, he didn't say it, I said it. If it comes from someone, another woman letting her know it ain't going to happen, and you show up in person, the situation changes because she knows that she can't get away with it at all. So my thoughts on that. And her PR firm, I personally think, I personally think that it was so hard to make Amber look innocent that they went to drastic measures to threaten this woman. I mean, just look. Oh man, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. She apologized to Jessica for threatening her family, possibly the dog, the cat. I mean, it's just wild. Threatened her, and then because Amber was guilty, proved to be guilty. So Amber's in a big ball of wax. She's in a big mess. Again, Johnny wants his money. He wants his judgment. Australia is looking into still investigating should they press charges against her, which she really needs to stand trial for what she did because she lied. And one thing that must be done is that there has to be accountability, especially in the courts. If people come to court and lie and lie and lie, then what is the use of having courts if you don't hold people accountable for lies? Why even have it? Just a thought. Okay. Jessica says, no one deserves to be hurt or abused, especially by those who those love you. Yeah, you're right. You are even right. I don't like Eve at all. for who she is, but she doesn't deserve to get hurt. You're right. I gotta say, because Eve, she really put herself out there for Amber. I mean, in the courtroom, tweeting second by second what's going on to put Amber, side out of it, a side out there that she felt that needed to be done, because Eve, I have to admit, was her PR person. Um, Most of the time, terribly misguided, in my opinion, but she felt that she needed to do what she could to help the woman that she loved. I don't know if Amber reciprocated that as much as she should have, in my opinion, because she didn't even claim her as a girlfriend. She only claimed her as her friend, not her girlfriend, her significant other. All right, but those are basically my thoughts on the Amber Heard and Eve Barlow. I keep on calling her Bartlow. Forgive me, Barlow situation. That is a big ball of mess, and I gotta say, those of you who were like, Big Girl Diary, no, no, Eve has no idea what she's getting into. She thinks that she can help Amber manipulate this. Well, no, those are my words. Manipulate the situation. Jessica, you're too funny, Bartlow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, to be able to help somebody like Amber, and I can do it because I'm Eve. They couldn't do it. Kara couldn't do it. Van Reed couldn't do it. Johnny couldn't do it. Elon couldn't do it. But I can. You were absolutely right. I was off the mark. I totally misread the room. I misread it big time. The flashing lights were there, and I'm like, da 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 da. Okay, yeah, you're right, and I do apologize because I was wrong. On that note, I'm going to thank you for being here with me, because you could be anywhere in the world, which you are. You could be doing anything in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that, because one thing you could never, ever, ever get back, and that is time. Time, once it's here, that moment's in eternity, and it continues on. You could never get back time. You can get back your taxes, but you can't get back your time. And I want to thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Oh, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I am almost there. Almost there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I appreciate all of you. Like, subscribe, and thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jessica. Time well spent. Thank you. Thank you so much.